What's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. The question is asking find the volume by cylindrical shell method and the region bounded by these two equations, right? So, and also they have said that this is rotating around x is equal to 1. Let's see how we can find the volume. So first of all, we have to draw the graph for this one. Let's see how it's look like. So we have this one right here. So the first one is they are saying y is equal to 3. So y is equal to 3 is going to be a straight line like this, right? So it's going to be a straight line, and the first one is going to be a parabola opening down because it's negative x square, but we have to know the intercepts. To find the intercepts, x-intercepts, we just have to equalize this one to 0. If we equalize this one to 0, that's going to be 0 equal to 4x minus x square. Therefore 0 is equal to, if I take x common, this is going to be x times 4 minus x. From this one we know that x is going to be equal to 0 and also x is going to be equal to 4. So 0 and 4 are our intercepts. So here we have 0 and 4, and half of it is going to be the vertex, right? So let's see what is the vertex value is going to be. 4 times 2 is going to be 8, right? 8 minus 2 square is going to be 4. 8 minus 4 is actually 4. So it's going to, the y-axis at this point is going to be 4. So let's draw the graph. So here the graph is going to look like this. Alright, so this is our graph right here, and the region we are interested in is this region, the region bounded by these two equations, right? So let's see how we can find the volume of this region. To find the volume of this region, we use the equation in cylindrical shell method. We use the equation v is equal to 2 phi integral a to b radius times height, 2 phi rh, right? Radius times height. Now this is rotating around x is equal to 1. So let's say this is x is equal to 1. So if it's rotating around this one, it's parallel to y-axis, right? If it's parallel to y-axis, we put everything in terms of x. If it's parallel to x-axis, we put everything in terms of y. It's go in the opposite way, right? So here we are going to write radius in terms of x and also height in terms of x. So here we are going to have radius in terms of x, height in terms of x, dx. Right? The main thing here is we have to find the radius and height. To find the radius is basically if you draw, for example, if you draw what is called a rectangle right here, you can draw wherever you want. The distance from the rotating and the rectangle is going to be the r, right? But the x value is going to be distance from the origin of this one, origin of the graph, and the whatever the rectangle we are drawing, that's going to be the distance of x. So we know that this distance is 1, right, because it's rotating around 1, and this distance is 1, and this is x. We have to write this radius in terms of x. So r is equal to x minus 1, right? So from this one we can derive that r is equal to x minus 1. Now we have to find the height. Height is going to be this height right here. So to find the height, what we do, we take the top function of the graph. So from here we know the top function is going to be the equation of this graph. This is the parabola equation, that is 4x minus x square, and the bottom equation we know that y is equal to 3. So this is 4x minus x square, y is equal to 3. If we subtract both of them, that's going to give us the height. So let's write the height in terms of x. So this is going to be 4x minus x square minus 3, and that's going to be the height. Now we can go ahead and plug it in this equation, but before we do that, we have to know the limits of integration, right? So we have to, in order to find that, we just have to equalize these two equations, and that's going to give us the limits of integration. So let's go ahead and equalize both. So this is going to be 4x minus x square is equal to 3, and if I move 3 to the other side, let's rearrange this one in decreasing power order. So this is going to be minus x squared minus 4x, and if I bring the 3 to this side, it's going to be negative 3 is equal to 0. Now we have to get a value, like if I multiply this one by negative 1, this is going to be positive 3. We multiply whatever the value we have in the highest power, right? So here we had to multiply this one by negative 1, so this is going to be positive 3. Then we had to get a number, actually this is positive 4x. We had to get a number that when we multiply we had to get positive 3, and when we add we had to get plus 4. And if you think about it, plus 3 and 1 will work, so we can put that one right here. Minus x squared plus 3x plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Here we can take minus x common. If you take minus x common, this is going to be x plus 3, x minus 3 actually. So here we are going to get x minus 3, and here if I take plus 1 common, this is going to be x minus 3 equal to 0. From this one we can derive 1 minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. So from this one we know that this is going to be 1 and this is going to be 3. So the limits of integration is going to be 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is actually these two intervals. This is 1 and this is 3, right? So these are the interval. Now let's go ahead and plug it in this equation. So this is 2 phi going from 1 to 3. Radius we found out x minus 1. So this is going to be x minus 1, and then we have height, that is 4x minus x squared minus 3 dx. Now let's multiply and see what we get. 2 phi integral 1 to 3 x times 4x is going to be 4x squared, x times x squared is minus x squared is going to be minus x cubed, x times minus 3 is going to be minus 3x, and then minus 1 times 4x is going to be minus 4x, and then minus 1 times minus x squared is going to be plus x squared, and then minus 1 times minus 3 is going to be plus 3, all of them together dx, right? Let's add everything, everything we can add, subtract, or whatever we can do. Let's simplify this one. So first of all, let's look at the powers, equal powers. 4x squared, we can add them together. So this is going to be 5x squared, and then we don't have any other x cube, we just put this x cube right here. Minus 3x minus 4x, that's going to be minus 7x, and we have plus 3, so that's going to be the simplification of this. Now let's go ahead and do the integration, and if we integrate this one, this is going to give us 2 phi 5x cubed divided by 3, and then minus x power 4 divided by 4 minus 7x squared divided by 2 plus 3x going from 1 to 3, right? Now let's plug the 3 value and see what we get. 2 phi 5 times 3 cube divided by 3 minus x power 4, that's 3 power 4 divided by 4 minus 7 times 3 square over 2 plus 3x, so 3 times 3, and the next one is going to be just minus 1 times of all of this, so we can just write the value without x, so that's going to be same as that. So that's going to be 5 over 3 minus 1 over 4 minus 7 over 2 plus 3, right? So this is other side. So let's simplify this one and see what we get. Maybe I erase this one because we don't have enough space. So let's erase this one and see what we get, right? So I erase this. Okay, so now let's continue this one right here, right? So first one, 2 phi times 5 times 3 cube divided by 3. So we can cancel one of these 3. So this is going to be just 3 square. 5 times 3 square, 3 square is 9. 9 times 5, that's going to be 45. So we can just write 45 right here. 3 power 4. So we know that 3 power 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is going to be 54, 71, 54, 61, 81. So 81 is going to be 3 power 4. 81 divided by 4 minus 7 times 9. 9 times 7 is going to be 63, right? 63 divided by 2 times 3 is going to be simply 9. So now let's do the other part. Minus 5 over 3 minus 1 over 4, 7 over 2, 3. So here let's try to take a common denominator. 12 will work. So let's take 12 as our common denominator. And then if I take 12, I have to multiply this one by 4. That's 5 times 4 is going to be 20. Minus 4 times 3 is going to be, so 4, this is going to be multiplied by 3. 1 times 3 is going to be just 3. And then this is going to be multiplied by 6. 7 times 6 is going to be 42. So this is going to be minus 42. Plus 3 times 12 is going to be 36, right? Okay, so now let's simplify this one. We have 2, 5 right here. And then here let's try to take a common denominator. 2 and 4. We can take 4 as our common denominator. So if we take 4 common denominator, this is going to be multiplied by 4. 45 multiplied by 4 is going to be 180 minus 81 minus 63 multiplied by 2 is going to be 126. Then 9 multiplied by 4 is going to be 36. Then subtract, here we can simplify this one. 20 minus 3 is 17. 17 minus 42. Before I do that, maybe keep the 17 right here. 42 minus 42 plus 36, so that's going to be minus 6. So minus 6 plus 17 is going to be 11. So this is actually 11 over 12, right? So 11 over 12, let's add them together right here. Maybe I continue this one on top. Okay, so let's continue with a different color. 2, 5 times 180 minus 81 is going to be 99. 99 minus, let's add this together first. 99 plus 36, that's going to give us 135. 135 minus 26 is going to be 99 plus 36 is 135. 135 minus 126. So 135 minus 126, so if we add 9 to this 126, that's going to give us 135, so this is going to be just 9, right? So 9 over 4 minus 11 over 12. Now let's take 12 as our common denominator for these two. 2, 5 times 12, if I take 12 common denominator, I have to multiply this one by 3. So 9 times 3 is going to be 27 minus 11. And if I simplify this one, that's going to give us 16. So 16 over 12. 2, 5 times 16 over 12. So we can simplify this one furthermore. 4 by 3. So this is going to be 8, 5. This is going to give us 8, 5 over 3. So that's going to be the final answer. So the volume of this shaded region is going to be 8, 5 over 3. And that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.